neighborhood scrawny girl who didn't mean a damn thing to you, suddenly she's the focus, she's the apple of your eye.
Hello, welcome to the channel What the Reaction. My name is Melody, and today we have a slightly different video that I have not reacted to a video like this before, and it's called How to Forget Someone You Love by Sadhguru. And I was introduced to Sadhguru by one of our subscribers actually, because I went through a pretty bad breakup more than a month ago. I'm better now. I wouldn't say 100%, but I am much better. And one of the gurus that I listen to in my journey towards recovery is actually Sadhguru. And this video here is suggested by the video editor that I work with. And yeah, I don't know if he knew that I was listening to Sadhguru, but I was like, you know, this is perfect because I have been listening to Sadhguru quite a bit in my recovery journey and my healing journey, and I've not watched this one before, so it's going to be very interesting for me to see what I can get out of it too and how much I can learn from it. So yes, without further ado, let's get into the video. How to unlove.
So, moving on. My question is, heartbreak is something that almost everybody goes through. And the beauty of it is that you fall in love again and you break, but then it always ends up healing you again. I wonder, Sadhguru, everybody teaches us how to love. Movies, poems, almost many things teach us how to love, but nobody has ever taught us how to undo the love.
See, about breaking hearts. See, we must understand this. What is a love affair? It's just this. Let's say you were 10 years of age. You looked around, the world was quite normal. Suddenly, after some time, you got little poisoned, chemically poisoned. Then you looked, every little bump on somebody's body looks like a world by itself. You became 13 and you look like this. Suddenly this is a world by itself. The neighborhood scrawny girl who didn't mean a damn thing to you, suddenly she's the focus, she's the apple of your eye. It's okay, there's nothing wrong about it. But it's very important that we understand what's happening to us. Otherwise we'll do idiotic things that we may regret later, you know. It is not a question of morality. It is a question of handling our life sensibly. You had serial heartbreaks, it looked like fun for some time. After some time, you just don't actually trust anybody in your life. Because another human being is a problem, always. Only when our emotions allow you to cross that problem, in some way they get included. But if we have serial heartbreaks, we will never allow our emotion to cross those barriers. We will always be cautious because anyway this is come with a expiry date. No? When people come with an expiry date, yes, there is an expiry date for all of us, but relationships, the idea of building relationships is that it's of support on all levels of life, so that two people, that means two brains and two bodies, can do better than one in many ways, in various aspects of life, in profession, in domestic situation, in life, in companionship, in emotion, in arranging and organizing our lives, in every way. Two people can do better than one person, that is the idea. And of course, nature is pushing us together because nature doesn't care about your love affair, it just wants you to reproduce. But we've overdone that a little bit. There's no hurry, we don't have to yield to that. So reproduction is not the purpose right now, we've kept it aside. But nature pushes towards that. But we have emotional needs, physical needs, psychological needs, maybe financial and social needs, variety of needs, to conduct these needs in a dignified way. See, once you come as a human being, you can't do things, though they are the same things what the animals do, but we would like to do it more gracefully, consciously. Whether we eat, or we copulate, or we sleep, we like to do it little more aesthetically right. That's an important thing. For that, we need the cooperation of another person who is also somehow congruent to us. Every 2 days, if you have heartbreaks and going on, well, you will see the trouble of that.
Oh no, X. Okay, so I wish it was longer, but I had I mean, I don't know if this was the full extent of how to unlove someone. Maybe this is a short version, but yeah, I definitely went through a breakup, and I think what he said earlier about like the expiration date and everything, and also that feeling of wanting to, like, it's like a, you know, like your human body just wants to, I guess, procreate or something. Like it makes you want to be with someone, because it's like animals, right? You have to, I don't know, want to procreate or something, like something along the lines what he was saying. So for me, this is what I realized about myself. So I have been in, you know, relationships where I was rushing through things, and you know, of course, like at the back of my mind, I would say like, oh, it's not because like I'm wanting to get married soon and stuff, right? By the way, I'm 34 this year, so you know, when I get into relationships, sometimes I may have gotten into it very fast, and you know, hoping that, you know, like everything will go well and you'll get married and have kids. And I think before I even get to know someone for who they are, and before I even give the relationship a chance to really grow and see if this person will be able to grow with me and will be able to accept me for all my flaws, I give 100% of my heart to this person, and then that's when it breaks, when I realize that this person is not, you know, as into this as me, you know, because I put everything into it, and that's why I was so heartbroken in my last one. But of course now, like, I realized that, and also I dug deeper why I'm like this, and I think there's always that internal biological clock that rushes me through relationships because I want to have children, and I'm 34. And, you know, I always feel like, oh, I don't have much time to get to know someone before I get married and have kids. And so I have made a personal decision to actually freeze my eggs. And I'll be doing it this year, and I feel like with that, you know, I can have so much more freedom in terms of knowing that I don't have like a ticking bomb in me, you know, and I can just take my time to get to know someone really, really well before I take the next step to go deeper into it. So I'm looking forward to the egg freezing process. It is something that in my heart is something I know it's right. And I told my family and parents about it, and they're so very supportive. It's just the right timing, you know. The doctor said like usually the egg quality will reduce significantly at 36 years old. So I'm 34, so it's perfect timing for me to freeze my eggs. But yes, how to unlove, you know. To be honest with you, I don't really know how to define like loving someone. My ex, it was more infatuation. It was more because, like I told you, I didn't really know everything about him. It was very like, it was very instant. It was a lot of chemistry, but I didn't take time to know him in terms of whether he would accept my flaws and I would accept his flaws, and to grow slowly into the relationship. We didn't have that because we rushed into it. And so I don't think I like loved him that way. I feel like love is something that should be so rooted in the foundation of your relationship that it's like no matter how imperfect you are, this person will choose to love you unconditionally and to work through any problems and flaws and to not run at the first sight of problem. Which with my ex, he didn't like conflict, didn't like any problems, and it's all about the good memories. And if there's any issues, he would choose to not deal with it and just get away from it. So I learned a lot from that relationship, and I know what to look out for in the next one. So I wouldn't say like I'm trying to unlove him, because I don't think that was love. But I think what Sadhguru said about how the human nature, it just, it makes you attracted to the opposite gender, because you just have this natural tendency to want to procreate and stuff, so yes. Anyways, I hope that I'm making sense and I hope that you also learned something through that one. Click like if you like this reaction and the video, and also subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the bell if you want to be notified when I next upload. Also, I have 2 other YouTube channels. One is on mermaiding and the other is on Harry Potter. If you have the time, do give me a follow. I'm putting a pause to posting on those 2 channels because I'm focusing on this one, and I'm gonna also focus on my mental health and growth and my personal growth. But I will post up on those channels by the end of the year, hopefully. Do comment down below what you want me to react to next, and if you have any life advice, do let me know as well. Yes, I have an Instagram channel called petite_wanderlaster. I'm now traveling in Houston, Texas, in the US, and if you want to know what I'm up to, do follow me. Yes, I hope that you are currently in love with someone, and if you're not, do love yourself first. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning how to absolutely embrace myself for all my flaws, know my self-worth, and know what I'm looking for in the next person. So if you're in the same boat as me, high five, and know that you are loved truly, and there is someone out there for you. Just don't lower down your standards, but of course don't have crazy standards where it's not like logical, right? But just standards like, okay, someone that accepts me for me, someone that would grow with me, someone that would go through problems and issues as a team and, grow together. So, yeah, those are your bare minimum standards. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!